Welcome to one of the darkest and most secretive prisons in the world, La Mesa, a notorious facility in Tijuana, Mexico. Inside these walls, prisoners don't just face physical confinement, but a psychological nightmare that breaks even the toughest. Narrow hallways, overcrowded cells, no privacy, and a relentless atmosphere of fear. This is the brutal reality they endure. But there's more lurking beneath the surface. A former inmate left behind a chilling message. La Mesa isn't just a prison, it's hiding something far darker. Join us as we uncover the shocking secrets of La Mesa that no one dares to speak about. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's explore this terrifying mystery together. As you delve deeper into La Mesa, the grim reality of the prison begins to unfold before your eyes. You meet a handful of both old and new inmates, each one offering chilling insights into the dark underbelly of the prison system. The stories you hear are almost impossible to believe. Tales of secret psychological experiments, memory manipulation, and tests designed not only to break bodies, but also to distort the very essence of the human mind. One of the first inmates you encounter is Taylor, a former U.S. Marine, whose life took a sharp turn into the brutal confines of La Mesa. Taylor is one of the few who's willing to speak openly about the darker sides of the prison. He shares an unsettling truth. Beneath the surface of La Mesa's high security and brutal regimen, there exist underground labs where inmates are subjected to unfathomable experiments. These aren't the kind of tests that involve physical pain. No, these experiments are far more insidious. They play with the mind, with memories, pushing men to the edge of their sanity. Taylor describes these labs as places where human beings become nothing more than guinea pigs, in experiments that test the limits of psychological endurance and memory manipulation. But the deeper you dig, the more you uncover about a specific part of La Mesa that is shrouded in secrecy. Room 13. It's not just a cell, not just another part of the prison, it's a manipulated space, a place where inmates are exposed to extreme psychological stress and mind control. Here, the boundaries between reality and illusion blur. Taylor explains how Room 13 isn't like anything else in La Mesa. It's a space where memories are altered, where prisoners experience false realities designed to disorient and confuse them. It is a psychological battlefield, a place where the mind is stretched to its breaking point. Only a handful of prisoners have been inside, and none of them have ever returned the same. Some of them forget who they are, others, their entire past. As you piece together these disturbing revelations, you start to understand that the entire prison, under the reign of director Cesar Daniel Ramirez Acevedo, operates on a system that isn't merely about enforcing punishment, it's about control. Acevedo, who has held power over La Mesa since 2014, is the absolute ruler of the prison, and his influence stretches far beyond the gates. His decisions affect everything, from who gets placed in solitary confinement to which inmates are selected for the sinister experiments carried out in Room 13. The system Acevedo has built creates an environment where only the chosen inmates, those handpicked for their psychological resilience or value in the experiments, are treated differently, offered different privileges or roles within the prison's ecosystem. These special inmates are given roles that serve the shadowy agendas of those in control. With every move, Acevedo shapes the prison into not just a holding place for criminals, but a testing ground for power, manipulation, and control. La Mesa is no longer simply a place of punishment. It has become a secret laboratory, a place where the authorities aren't just keeping criminals in line. They're experimenting on the very essence of the human mind, trying to bend it to their will. This isn't just about crime, it's about the manipulation of reality itself. What secrets are hidden within these walls? What happens when you break the human spirit? Your journey into La Mesa is far from over, and the truths you uncover are far darker than you could have imagined. As you delve deeper into the heart of La Mesa, the truth that emerges is far more horrifying than anything imagined. The prison is not merely a facility for holding criminals. It is, in fact, a psychological and physiological testing ground tied to secret programs orchestrated by shadowy, powerful organizations. La Mesa has become something far darker than just a place of confinement. It is a laboratory of human manipulation. The tests that inmates are subjected to are not only brutal, but disturbingly sophisticated. Brainwashing experiments, sensory deprivation, and psychological torture are just a few of the methods used to break down the inmates' mental and emotional defenses. The footage is chilling. Prisoners who were once strong and determined are now reduced to broken shells of their former selves, enduring excruciating pain and unimaginable psychological stress. The experiments are designed to manipulate memories, erase past identities, and implant false experiences. For many, these torturous trials result in complete mental collapse. The ones who vanish without a trace, they are the failures of these experiments. Their minds shattered beyond repair, discarded like broken tools, their names erased from the records. But the real horror doesn't stop there. As the investigation unfolds, it becomes clear that La Mesa is not isolated. It's part of a larger, far-reaching scheme. These secret experiments are not just about testing human endurance. They are being used to shape the future of political and social control. This prison is a key player in a massive global network of power that's focused on controlling and manipulating the very fabric of society. What they're doing here is not just criminal, it's a manipulation of reality itself, an attempt to control minds and bend them to the will of an unseen, powerful force. But just as the walls of truth begin to crumble, the situation inside La Mesa grows even more dangerous. Resistance comes from all corners. Inmates, driven by fear and desperation, begin to rise against the prison's authorities, sparking a full-blown rebellion. The violence and chaos inside the prison escalate as guards clash with inmates, and the prison itself becomes a battlefield. The lines between the authorities, the manipulated, and the insurgents blur as the power struggle intensifies. And in the midst of all this, we become targets. The deeper you go, the more dangerous the investigation becomes. The forces at play are far stronger than anything anticipated. As the truth is revealed, you're met with fierce resistance, not just from the prisoners, but from those in charge. You realize that the secrets of La Mesa are not meant to be uncovered, and the danger that lurks in these walls is not just physical. It's a system of control that has a far-reaching influence beyond the prison. Finally, the chilling realization hits. La Mesa is not just a prison, it is part of something far bigger. This is the beginning of a plan, a political and social manipulation that's being tested in secret. But what is the endgame? What happens when these shadowy forces succeed in turning La Mesa into a prototype for a new world order? And more importantly, what happens to the innocent lives caught in the crossfire? As the investigation reaches its peak, you are faced with more questions than answers. The stakes couldn't be higher, and with the tension at an all-time high, the truth you've been seeking may be more dangerous than ever imagined. After uncovering the chilling truth, you're forced to face a difficult choice. Expose the dark secrets of La Mesa to the world, or protect yourself from the powerful forces that want to keep everything hidden. These psychological experiments aren't just confined to the prisoners. They're part of a larger, more dangerous plan to manipulate and control the human mind itself. With danger closing in, the question remains: will you escape and expose the truth, or will you be trapped, forced to become part of the system you fought so hard to reveal? The answers are uncertain, and the stakes have never been higher. What happens next? Only time will tell. And if you feel that pull to keep searching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a step in our journey to uncover what still hides on this earth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.